All right, hello everyone. I wanted to do a short video to sort of introduce you to how to use one of the library tools that we have at our disposal. There are others, but this is the one that I really like. It is called Academic Search Complete, or sometimes we refer to it as EBSCO. So the very first thing that you're going to need to do is to navigate to the library homepage, which is simply shoreline.edu/library. Now, once we get here, there are some other tools we can use. There's the search at the top, or there's one search here, which are both good. But the one that I really like and am really comfortable with using, and think provides a lot of functionality, is called Academic Search Complete. So what you need to do to get there is go to Research. The very first tab is Databases. And what you'll see at the top here are a bunch of databases by subject. So if you're looking for something in business or health or something like that, you can click on those, and that's well and good. What I like is Academic Search Complete. So if you click on that, it will take you to the home page. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to point out here before we get to the search field and start typing things in. But the first thing that you'll notice is the search field isn't one big long search field like Google has. It actually has 3 separate search fields that allows you to refine your search. So it's all to search for one thing, but rather than one big long search bar, it's 3 separate ones. And we'll get to that in a second. So the first thing that I always do is go down here and hit full text. That means whatever results that you get, you'll be able to see the full article. Now, if you're only looking for peer-reviewed sources or academic sources or scholarly sources, again, those are all synonyms for the same thing, you can click this peer-reviewed button. I'm not going to do that in this video just because I want to look at or show you a couple other things. Word to the wise, down here, you can adjust the language. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not always necessary, but pretty handy. And I will say that usually if you start a new search, you're going to have to go ahead and go back in and adjust those parameters, full text, peer reviewed, whatever you want to do. Now, what I have here at the top, so rather than typing in something like artificial intelligence and ethics, but not medicine, I can break that down. It actually allows me to refine my search a little bit more. So if I do artificial intelligence and ethics and medical, but I don't want it to add medical, so I can use this little drop down and go to not. Now it's going to look for anything that has artificial intelligence and ethics in it, but not related to the medical field. So now that I have that, and this is my first search, so I'm going to hit search. And it's going to give me results. Now, I have 336 results, right? 1 to 20 of 336. That's pretty good. I usually try and aim for a search between 250 and 500 results. That gives me something manageable to skim through, because now that I'm here, I'm going to start scrolling through these titles until something looks like it's in line with what I'm searching for. Now, another little sort of shortcut or thing that I'm going to point out is on the side here, you'll see it says periodical, and the second one says academic journal. So if I'm doing a broader search, I can see, oh, this one's a popular source and this one's academic. So at least I know kind of where I'm landing. Now, what I do know based on where I'm searching, because I'm using Academic Search Complete, is this should be really reliable. Google is casting a super wide net and grabbing everything that is related to that. EBSCO is filtering it quite a bit more. So you can trust these ones a lot more, and you don't have to go through the sort of the crap test or any of those other ways to filter out what may or may not be relevant. So if I go ahead and click on this second one, there's just a couple other things I want to point out to you. So first things first, I can get the PDF or I can email it to myself or whatnot. But what I don't want to do is simply copy the URL from my browser window, the web address, because it won't take me back to this specific article. What I want to use in that case is the permalink. And I always recommend that you copy and paste the permalink into your research log or whatever you're using to track your sources. Okay, so once I've done that, I can come down here and I can see the article, or I can even listen to it if I want to, which is helpful. And you can see this is a rather long article, which is par for the course for academic articles. So you may just want to skim it. You don't necessarily have to read the whole thing before you decide whether or not it is the article for you. Now, there are 2 other quick things I'm going to mention. One is the citation tool. So obviously I explained how to do MLA Works Cited, but that is just so you can double check your citations. So whether or not you're using this tool or you're using something like Scribr or EasyBib, you can just make sure that those citations are correct, because sometimes the citation generators make mistakes. So over here on the right, if I click Cite, boom, I will see they have gone ahead and it's created the citations in a bunch of different styles. Now we're using MLA, so what I can do is simply copy and paste this citation, and I know that it is happy, and I can just double check it. Everything looks good, so I'm good there. Now the one other sort of pro tip that I will mention is what we call source mining. So if I like this source, what I can do is I can come down here and I can look at their references, and I can see what they cited. And maybe one of these is something that would be helpful to me based on what I'm researching. So then I could take a source like this one here and I can search that source. And that way I'm making my life a little bit easier. Okay, so that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, jokes, memes, or recipes, please let me know. Otherwise, take care.